Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name is Chronically Blue. Welcome back to some more Crash Bandicoot Warped. Last episode, we got all of the, at least, gold relics in the first little world over here, which is fantastic. We shouldn't have as much trouble here in the second world because two of them are riding levels, and the rest of them are completely fine. I think there might be one that we'd be able to, like, work really hard to get, like a gem, I believe. I don't know, something like that. Alright, in case you forgot, because I know I have, what we are doing is we are just going around here, running as fast as we can at the speed of sound, and just breaking the yellow crates that are available, so we are able to just do our absolute best in order to get the best time that we possibly can. That was horrendous, but that's fine. As long as you are, like, at the top of your game, able to move very fast, and that's what really matters. And being able to like hone in on the Aku-Akus will just really assist you there, because there are some parts where you can just take the hit to like keep going, and you know that's great, because if you die, too bad, so sad. You know, no more relic chance for you. You just gotta like do it again. So, okay, that was very weird stuff that I did there. Again, we could have gotten the Aku-Aku up there in order to make us invincible for it all, but I think we're quite alright, quite honestly. And make sure to avoid the bonus state. I don't think we need that. I think that is quite honestly more hindrance than assistance. But we can go right over here, and we are getting close to the end. I want to say this is probably not gold. Like, I know it's not gold. Nope, Coco, there we go. Okay, gold, awesome. That's it. That's what I was looking for. A, B, C, psh, please, we are B, L, U. Because we are chronically blue. My spouse does that to me all the time. They're like, chronically blue. I'm like... and he keeps referencing the Sega one specifically. I'm like, okay, well, I only use that for Sega games, but, you know, thanks, I guess. Alright, so here we have Hang 'em High, and you don't have to worry about the yellow gem. That's not even possible. We're unable to get the yellow gem at this point in time because there is a completely different thing for that, so really don't gotta worry about it. But let's go. Or die. That also works, I guess. And as you know, I'm still treating it the same here, where we are doing you know, just trying our best in order to do entire worlds per episodes, just to make it like easier for the viewing pleasure. Because, you know, if you're like, hey, what levels is Blue going to cover in this one? And I'm like, well, that's a good question. Get out of here with that nonsense. I saw you. And also, it's great for me, too, just because then I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have to, like, stop at, like, a certain point in time. I can just keep going until I get everything in this specific area. So that 2-for-1 deal right there for me. I mean, I'm really glad that we actually were able to hit that scorpion into the box. That was very helpful. Wow, my finger is cramping already. And I just started. That's okay. And again, make sure to never go through the bonus route, because it's just there to make us look foolish, look stupid, and dumb. Speaking of dumb, I'm trying really hard to not look dumb right now. Wow, that was really good. Come on, down below. Go, 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 go. I'm trying hard in order to, like, minimize the death. There we go. That was just Sapphire? That's insane. Hold on, what's the gold time? Because I know, like, I don't think you could do a whole lot better. Maybe, like, 2 seconds better? But that's really pushing it. Like, I'm trying so hard to understand how to do that. Also, it hurts my finger in order to hold the trigger. I wish I could, like, remap it to, like... I don't know. Like, maybe the other trigger that my finger is not on. Okay, let me see here. What is it? What? How? What? Excuse me? How? What? Okay, I guess we're gonna try again and just do better, I guess. So, wow, 52 seconds. That is insane. Like, that's the thing too. Is like I always think like I'm doing like, again, yeah, that's the fruit bazooka. Then again, you know what it is? I probably like stopped too much at the certain stuff right there. Like for the monkeys when I should just like be jumping around it. I think that's what it is, honestly. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think if I just like stop giving them my time, I think that'll help. Which is funny because I'm literally doing this as a time trial. Now, with triple, means we can go really fast. So that's also probably where the time was as well. Get that? There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh yeah. Blazing. Breathe, lightning, go. Breathe. Okay, whew. That's A-okay with me. I don't care. Thank you. Not justifying you. Get out of there. Did we do it? What? It was 52 seconds, wasn't it? It wasn't... Okay, we're gonna try one more time. Because I really feel like we did the best we possibly could there, but we're gonna keep trying, I guess. I mean, what am I to do? Coco, don't get stuck there. Ah, that's not what I meant. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, death is always affordable. Speaking of that, my goodness, we decided to go to the mall today. Okay, my Diamond, Starlight, and I, we decided, hey, you know what, let's go to the mall, because they had to, like, pick up a little order. And so I'm like, yeah, cool, you know, that's fine. And, like, we haven't been to the mall in a while, so I'm like, yeah, you know, let's go and, like, check it out a little bit, because there's, like, a store that I really liked going in. And so, like, I'm like, cool, let's go and check it out. Ah! Yeah, no. There's a store that I liked going in, and they were, like, a one-of-a-kind store. They, like, that's not what I meant to do. Forget it. They don't even have a website, so there's no way for me to possibly find them ever again. I think they were just like a random thing. But I'm like, I really liked it. I did. So the fact that it's gone. What was that, Coco? I double jumped. I know I did. It just stinks. It really does. But, okay. Go. But yeah, sorry. We were at the mall. Couldn't find the store because it was gone, which, lame. Quite honestly, no other way to put it other than, like, super lame. There we go. Ooh, my goodness. I apologize. I know I'm supposed to be talking here, but I'm focusing so hard on getting this for all y'all. So you don't have to, like, see it again. Because I know everyone's, like, tired of seeing this over and over again. There we go. Ah! Don't care. 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 Got it. Ooh, wow. Man, that was so intense. Back to my story. I know I should not try to tell stories while I'm doing time trials. We started looking around because since the store I wanted to go to was closed, we still wanted to, like, justify driving to the mall in the first place. So we started looking around, and everything just costed so much money. Like, cup noodles, they were like $5. They were important, they were like a different flavor, but still, like $5 for a thing of cup noodles. And it was just lame. It really was. It wasn't cool. Everything was like expensive, and like we went into Hot Topic because I'm like, hey, at least I know that there's good stuff in Hot Topic, like for window shopping means anyway. So I was like, hey, let's go into Hot Topic. Like they always have at least something. They had this really cute Sonic and Shadow necklace for like the movie. Then they also had this other like really cute Sonic and Tails necklace. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's adorable. And then it was like $10.90. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm not paying that. I'm like, what? No. So, I know. It's lame. Yeah. But, oh well. But I did get an air freshener. That was cool. Wasn't much, but I have a Shadow air freshener now. Yeah, that was gold, by the way. That was gold. So if you're wondering how do you get platinum, I leave that to the professionals. I leave that to the YouTubers that have spent their time trying to like platinum everything. I just need to get gold. Okay, I'm not trying to get first place. I'm trying to get second place. I'm trying to get third. I'm trying to place, period. Yeah, you do that little dance. But I got a Shadow air freshener. It does not smell like Shadow. It smells like new car smell. But it's still nice just like have Sonic stuff in my car. We also got some Ramune, which is the Japanese sodas, which I feel like everyone's had at this point in time. Before we do this, I want to go ahead and... Okay, we do have the purple gem. Okay, so this is going to be one of those like normal things where I'm going through and like getting the box gem for this. Because we finally have like all the stuff in order to get one of the gems that we were missing. And then, of course, like after the gem, gonna go through and get the relic, because can't do one without the other. But the bright side is that with the run shoes, it means that we're able to like absolutely just bypass everything, which is so much more fun, quite honestly. I enjoy that way more than anything else. Just being able to go faster. It's nice. Wee. But, you know what? I like airing my dirty laundry. So why don't I go ahead and do that for all y'all? There is a project that I was a part of. Now, I'm not going to, like... There we go, thank you. I'm not going to name names or say the name of the project. I'm going to leave this as anonymous as possible, but I'm still able to, like, air my grievances. Part of a project. And I liked it. It dealt with a certain subject matter that I thought I was very knowledgeable in. And it was like a Spotify show, for lack of a better term. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And the creator, like, finished the first episode script and showed it to, like, the voice actors, and we were all like, this is really cool. We like this. This is, like, we did, like, a group read for it, and it was really, we liked it. It was good. Well, here's the thing. They then, after the first episode was done, then they decided to start, like, making a plot outline. So there's going to be, like, 13 episodes. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they started, like, showing, like, some of the plots that they had, like, written down. And I'm like, oh, okay, so some of these are cool. And then I started just, like, geeking out and be like, oh, it'd be really cool if they, like, did this and this as well. Or if this happened, or this or that. And eventually, what had happened was... Out of the way. I, like, submitted a thing to be, like, a scriptwriter for it. And they're like, oh, you want to be a scriptwriter? I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm really knowledgeable in this. You know, I've seen lots of stuff very similar to this. So I feel like I could... I feel like I could very much assist with this. So, like, okay, cool. Well, why don't you hop in and start assisting on making the plots? So I did. And then it was, hey, are you available? I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like, great. Let's start working on the second episode script. I'm like, okay, that seems kind of sudden, but okay. So we started working on it, and they didn't use like a normal free program. They used like this very professional program. But due to... Ew. I'm gonna be very careful here. There we go. Due to the program itself, it required a... Oh my goodness, Coco. Remember, you gotta have patience here. There we go. And yeah, unfortunately, we do have to, like, go through all this in order to do it. Because remember that there were, indeed, boxes on the other side. And throughout there, actually. We started working on episode 2. And we were working on it, and then they were like, huh. I'm like, what do you mean, huh? They're like, I'm not really feeling this. I'm like, what do you mean you're not feeling it? Like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. Like, it's not really flowing the same way the first episode did. Then they Control A and hit delete. Do you know what Control A is? It selects all. So they just selected everything that we had written, like 4 or 5 scenes, and deleted it. And I was like, why would you do that? So that was the first that was the first like red flag, for lack of a better term. And then they were messaging me while I was at work and being like, hey, I'm having like these ideas, what if we did this, this, and that? And I'm like, okay, cool. I will like let you know like when I'm not at work, okay? Because like I'm working here, so you know I'll let you know at this specific time. Like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking about these ideas as well. I'm like, that's great. I will let you know. Yeah, it's a bit of a cluster here to like make sure that we are doing everything right. So they had these ideas which involved doing so many different things and like changing how people react to like stuff, and it was unique, but the creator would entertain these ideas that they had for this program, and like after quite a bit of it, like, okay, I apologize, I had to take a bit in order to remember it. They thought it was completely reasonable to write 2 scripts in 48 hours. I'm like, excuse me? No, that's very unlikely. And they just continued persisting that, oh no, it is possible, it can happen. I'm like, I don't think it will though. Like, even with official script writers that are paid and like do it as their job, they still typically only get 1 script done a week. And they're like, no, it's completely fine. I'm like, I'm begging you to ask anyone else here, and they will tell you the same thing. And then after this, after going this back and forth, they're like, oh no, it's fine because I'm already like working on like the 1st and 2nd scripts. I'm like, that changes everything. Why didn't you start with that? So they started, and for the 2nd thing, it started out completely fine. It really did. It wasn't bad whatsoever. But the ending was just this insane thing that just absolutely neutered the characters. Like, from what I learned from the characters from the 1st episode, the creator just absolutely changed how they would react, what happened, and it was so dumb. I'm like, no, you're going to alienate everyone. Like, even after the 1st episode, people are going to say, hey, this is off. This is not right. So, you really need to... like, this isn't good. You need to work on this. Okay? We were doing so well. And I sound like an entire paragraph. And they were like, well, I don't think it's that bad. And I was like, listen, my head hurts from all this talking, Oh yeah, that was horrible. Not even close. I'm like, listen, my head hurts from talking to you and like entertaining these random ideas and trying to justify the stuff that you're doing here. So, thank you, Crocodile. So I'm done. I'm going to remove myself from the scriptwriter role. I'm still going to be the voice actor for this thing because I still like want to be here for this. I still think it's going to do numbers. Get out of here with that nonsense. But I am, at the very least, done being a scriptwriter. Oh my goodness, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy, I swear. So like, okay, cool. And the reason why is because they wanted it to be from a drama to a comedy drama to a sitcom. And, like, they wanted stuff to change. And, like, change the tone. And it was a lot. So I'm like, hey, I'm not going to entertain this anymore. Sorry. And they're like, okay. And then they're like, hey, by the way, I have all this concrete stuff down. Like, I have these plots. I've added a few more characters. I know what I want it to be. I'm like, okay, that's great. That's awesome. This all really seems like you know exactly what you want to do here. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be like this show that I know a lot about. Thank you, Coco. And I'm like, is this to entice me to come back as a scriptwriter? And they're like, that's up to you. And so after some thought and like questioning them a bit, I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? I will come back as a scriptwriter because I like really want to like see, like let's do this. And what we did was instead of working on the same episode at the same time, they had the idea, hey, how about we work on like alternating episodes? I'm like, you know what? That is the smartest idea you've ever had. Let's do it. That sounds great because then we don't have to worry about stepping on each other's toes. So I start working on some stuff and I start like sending it like in the server as I'm working on it because I'm like proud of it and like I want to like show off the little snippets. And they were like, is that really how they would react? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, you know, sorry, I was really trying hard to get that. They're like, well, you know, I think that it should include this and this and not this, but maybe this. I'm like, okay. So, anything else? Like, yeah, I think you should also do this and this and this, and like this should happen and not this, but also this. I'm like, okay, cool. You sent a 3-sentence summary as to the 3 different plots, but you're making it out to be like you have exactly how you want it to happen. Like, you should probably let me know that beforehand. So I just made a thick outline, 1-sentence summary of all the scenes, 18 scenes total. I'm like, okay, cool. And they approved it. I'm like, great. Great. Awesome. So then, after like 2 days, I finally had it all done, and I sent it over to them. Here's the thing. They started off by talking about how they were having ideas. I missed the clock. And the worst thing for me was for them to have ideas. I'm aware that it was their project, but when they have ideas, it means not like small stuff, but like big stuff. What they wanted to do was they wanted to... Okay, well, I don't think that was even close. They wanted to change how the beginning of every episode started, which, that's fine, that's not bad. They also wanted to do a time skip in the second episode. Go from the characters at their current point in time to 10 years later. And I'm like, no. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. No, that is a horrible idea. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, all these other shows do it. I'm like, they do it at the end of a season. They don't do it in the second episode of the first season. That is so dumb. You're going to alienate everyone and have everyone be so confused. It's going to look like a panicked move. Like, no, it's not that bad. Also, what if we had it be like a murder mystery? So, like, it fills everyone in. I'm like, what are you even talking about right now? And like, yeah. And we can also have, like, this many characters and do, like, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, what? And So all that was happening, all within a day, to where I'm just like, this is a little much. Like, you're doing the same stuff that you like wanted to previously, where you want to like make these quote unquote small changes that really change the tone of everything. And then followed up with, haha, they're just ideas. Like, it's not like set in stone. But they would entertain the idea as though it were set in stone. And that's what like really bothered me. And they're like, it's just a brainstorming session. Like, you were the only one that was aware this is a brainstorming session. Because you're saying it and treating it with like such seriousness that it seems very likely for it to be like a real change. So I'm like, okay, strike two, saying that they changed and then actually didn't, and like continuing to want to do more stuff to change everything. And I sent the script over. My 18 episodes that I did, it's so, like, the hitbox needs to be like a little bigger and also a little thinner at the same time. I sent my script over of the 18 scenes. 18 scenes, by the way. That means everyone said a few lines here or there. It was typically more lines because this was specifically like a Spotify thing, so like there was not going to be a narrator, so they had to say like what all they were doing. Which, you know, I completely get that part. But, oh no. Okay, yeah, I need to stay on the floor for that one. I sent my 18 scenes. They responded. And what they were saying was, they really wouldn't be like watching this movie. They'd be watching like a different movie. You gotta remember that these are like people from like this thing here and not like this thing here. I'm like, okay. And like, also, I feel like this character interaction was forced. It needs to be like a little looser. Like, okay. Like, also, this person wouldn't stick up for this other person because this person is a jerk, even though we have not shown that yet. And this person hates the jerk, despite the jerk not being a jerk yet, and it's the 3rd episode. I'm like, what? And, my goodness. I was at the point where I'm like, was there anything that you liked about it? And they're like, yeah, I like this. Like, I like how you did this plot. I'm like, so you liked a third of what I did here. Like, is that what you're telling me? You liked a third of it? And I was talking to someone else at the time of this happening. Because I was just so boggled at, like, how someone could be, like... I wouldn't say nitpicky. Because, I'm fully aware it was their thing. And, like, they want it in, like, a specific way. That being said, though, if they want it in a specific way, you gotta give the... That wasn't even close. You gotta give the person that's helping you work on this thing the proper, like, outline, the tools, like, the stuff and everything. And, like, they gave... Again, I had the first episode to go off of, and then, like, the outline that was approved. The 18-sentence outline that I expanded from it just being 3 sentences. So, all that happened, and I was talking to someone, I'm like, this is so idiotic. I'm, like, at this point, why even have a scriptwriter role if this person just prefers to be the scriptwriter and, like, the one putting everything together? Because they were not a voice actor, and I'm not trying to use that against them. I'm just putting it out there, like, the only thing that they are doing for this is setting up the characters and the plot of, like, the episode. So, like, already needing someone else to, like, write on this, I feel like it was only there to, like, justify... Yeah. I don't... I feel like it was there just to, like, try to automate it. But the fact that this person decided to make this project and start getting people on to assist with it and, like, voice act on it when so many details were not concrete yet it was insane. It, like, things could change at the drop of a pen, and I was just like, listen, I don't think you're going to find a scriptwriter that'll be able to assist with this the way that you want them to. I think that it's a good idea to have this in general. I think you're going to need to work on it a bit in order to be able to make it become a reality. But you're going to need to, like, find a new scriptwriter, a new voice actor for this character, and voice actor for this other character. Good night. Good luck. Please do not contact me. I quit. And you could easily say, I'm in the wrong, I overreacted. Cool. All very valid points. But the thing is, and I know this doesn't justify it, but it was unpaid. Meaning it was just like a fun project that this person has been working on for years, as they claimed. It was just a fun project for, like, people to get together and read these scripts for, like, to, like, eventually become, like, internet famous and, like, popular and whatever. And again, it was good ideas, but the thing was that so much of it seemed so unfinished and not concrete. Anything could have changed, and that was just the most infuriating part of it, quite honestly. Just the fact that it could change was what really alienated it. And having these ideas for... I didn't even know I could jump off that. That's impressive, first off. Having so many ideas all at once and not having a way to funnel them or be able to step back and be like, okay, this is kind of a dumb idea. Like, we discussed it for like 3 minutes. It's clear that this is dumb and is not going to happen. They would talk about it for half an hour at a time, and I'm like, you make me believe that this is really going to happen, and that's what's scaring me. So again, it was things changed, or they discussed things changing and took it so seriously to the point where I had to talk them down from it, because I'm like, that's really dumb. No. The fact that it was unpaid, so I was only staying on to the project. What? I was only staying on the project because I wanted to be part of it. And having so much of the process critiqued was just... It was insane. It was difficult, and I got so many headaches. And it made me so frustrated that I'm like, I cannot entertain this anymore. This is not good for me. And I'm done. So, yeah. On the flip side of that, there is a... Like, this same night that I was like, I'm done with this, not gonna happen, good luck, don't message me. A different project that I'm part of, the creator started messaging in it, which is funny because I've been like waiting for them to like start talking about like what's going on with it and like what all's gonna happen. And like I got like the role to be part of this thing like maybe 2 weeks, a month-ish ago. So like I've been waiting quite a bit for this. Ah. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. The fact that it was flying meat around my head, that's what's scary. Ah, I missed the clock again. The other project that got an update was a radio show, which I'm very excited for. Anything that I can like just be myself for, like I'm always down for it. Like I'm ready to go. The thing is, the person sent a 14-song playlist, and it was Ah, I missed that. Oh well. I'm sorry, I'm trying really hard to focus on this while also telling the story. It was a 14-song playlist, and it was like an hour-long max. I'm like, okay, cool. I like easy-to-digest playlists. I'm like, so what are we doing here? I'm like, well, we're going to be playing these songs. I want you to listen to them and, like, form opinions about them. And then, like, when everyone's available, we will, like, talk and, like, discuss the songs. I'm like, that sounds really cool. I'm game. Like, let's go ahead and make this happen. And so I went, and I had to... we were so close. They sent the playlist in Spotify, so I had to copy it over to YouTube Music. And let me say, the most popular song from this playlist had 700 views. And I mean that as a good thing. These songs are so underrated and so underground and unknown that I feel like I'm part of like a secret society listening to these songs. And here's the kicker. The songs are actually really good. And I don't mean to be like, oh wow, I only expected really good stuff from like super popular bands. Like, no, like, I love when I find, or like someone shows me like a bunch of artists that are like super unknown. Like, maybe 500 subscribers on YouTube Music max. Like, I'm like, please, give me. I love this. And so, like, that's what I've been doing. I've been, like, listening to the playlist that the person sent me over the last, like, day or so. And it's great because, you know, the more that I hear, like, the songs, the more I can form my opinions on them. And that's, like, doubly awesome. Because then I start to, like, find the songs I'm really enjoying. And as I'm listening to them, I'm able to be like, oh, these are, like, the lyrics. And this is what, like, the song's about. Because I can't easily pick that out most of the time. Yeah, my nose. Typically what happens is, like, I'll listen to a song and, like, if it's a pop song, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to, like, grab what the chorus is. Like, they're kind of, like, forced to, like, repeat the choruses over and over again. Oh, yeah, just going right through here. There we go. I don't think that's platinum, but I think that's gold. Thank you, Coco. Okay, awesome. And these songs are really good. And I like them. They're by, like, super unknown people. And it's great. It really is. One of them is Dopamine Delay by Lufa. I think that's what it is. I'm pulling it up right now, specifically, so I can, like, put all y'all on this. Also because it's the end of the video. Like, we did the last one, right? Yeah, that was the last one. So before you go, I'm putting y'all onto this, okay? But... okay, no. Sorry. Dopamine Delays by Wasting Tuesday. And Size 12 by Loafa. Loafa. Those two are, like, my favorite right now. There's a third one, but I can't really, like, mention it because it's explicit. Yeah. Those two, I'm like, these are great. I like these. Dopamine Delay goes on a little bit long, but it's good. I like it. I really do. I do. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching and listening to me ramble about my petty drama and airing my laundry out. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my sweet bears!